Hi guys, Rachel CPR here. Today I'm going to do a brush cleaning video, well, a makeup brush cleaning video for my sponges as well as my makeup brushes. And I am going to use mainly things that you would have in your home all the time, but most of my things come from the Dollar Tree, and they are all nice and gentle for the brushes, and they rinse out really well. This was a request video. Allison, you requested this so long ago, and I have so many dirty brushes that I just said, okay, this is ridiculous that it's taken me this long to fulfill this request, because this is really a need video for me. But anyway, I'm doing it now, Allison. So I'm going to start off with showing you everything that I use. I am going to use this bar of soap that I get in the Dollar Tree. It is the Sugar Shop Works, and it's the oatmeal verbena soap. And this is what the box looks like. It's a nice big bar that I can rub my all of my brushes and everything against, and it works really, really well. And it leaves a sweet smell. It's important for me to use a soap that is going to leave a sweet smell, because I use vinegar to clean my brushes. So that is what is in this little bowl right here. This is the apple cider vinegar, but white vinegar works just as well. I just have this available right now, and so that's what I'm using. The next thing that I'm going to use is coconut oil. I am going to use the Butcher Boy coconut oil from the Dollar Tree. And of course, you can use any kind of oil that you would like to, but I like using this one right here because it starts off solid and it works a little bit into, you know, coconut oil melts so quickly, and it works into a nice little rhythm when you are trying to clean the brushes. And I normally use the oil for any of my brushes that would have stubborn stains, and especially like my sponges, because I like to get them completely clean. And today, this is the scrubby I'm going to use to clean my brushes, because I'm mainly doing eye brushes. So I'm going to use this one. It's nice and small. It'll just fit in the palm of my hand, and I'll be able to scrub my brushes. And then I'm just going to use this brush caddy holder that I made. I have a DIY for this. If you want to see it, I will link it somewhere in this video. And I'm going to hang them out all out on that. And I am going to need a nice towel. I like to use a white towel. This is a white towel that I use especially for makeup brushes. So this is a towel that's fine for it to get stained, because you will get stains on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a nice, let's see, a bronzer brush. This one would be perfect, okay? Because this has lots of bronzer on it. But I just want to show you that this is something, this system tends to work out really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of the coconut oil, not too much. I just put some in the cap, and I'm just going to brush this onto it first. I'm not going to wet the brush first. I'm just going to brush the coconut oil onto it, and you see it melts so quickly, and that's why I love using coconut oil for this. And especially since I was able to get this in the Dollar Tree, because you know coconut oil can be pretty pricey, but this is perfect for what I'm using it for. And look at that. Look at the fact that the product has already broken up. You saw how dirty this was, but look at that, the product has already broken up. And I started using my oil before I wet my brushes, because when you do hair, like if you do hair color, what the hairdresser will do a lot of the times is they will do something called a shampoo cap or a conditioner cap. Before they rinse your color out of your hair, they'll take some shampoo or conditioner, add it to your color, and scrub your hairline to make sure you don't have any staining. And they do that because once you add water to it, it locks it into the skin, and it's much more difficult to get it out of your skin. And so that was the reason why I started using the oil first. And I haven't touched any soap or water to this yet. And look at that. It's already so clean. So from here, I am just going to wet my bar of soap. And I'm just going to rub it right on there. And this bar of soap is simply for my brushes. It's not for anything else. And then I'm just going to scrub it on here. And now I'm just going to rinse it off. Look at that. Isn't Isn't that amazing? And that's just from adding the oil first. It just gets so clean. But just to be sure that I don't have any oil left over in my brush, what I do is I take my apple cider vinegar and I just dip it in there. And of course, you're not going to go past the barrel with this because you don't want to loosen up the glue that is holding your bristles into the barrel. And I'm just going to rub it around a little bit. And that's just going to loosen up any oil that's still in there. And then I'm going to go back in with just a little bit of soap. And that soap is more to get the smell of the apple cider vinegar out of there. And you're going to notice that the soap is not going to foam up as much that second time because the apple cider vinegar or just the vinegar itself is going to prevent that from happening. And then I rinse it completely. And then I'm just going to take my towel and I'm just going to clean it off. Just dry it up. And I would look at the towel to see if there's any color left. My children are in the background doing their schoolwork. We are in Shark Week now. We're having such a good time. This is actually the second week of Shark Week. But it's been great. We homeschool, just in case you don't know that. And here is my brush. Nice and fluffy and smelling so good. Look at how white and beautiful it is there. And that's what I'll do with all of my brushes. And then I just add it to my brush holder. Just like that. One down, 42,000 left to go. But I will just show you one of my sponges. And this is not too badly soiled, but it has lots of dark color on it. And again, I'm going to go in with the oil before I wet it. That's really important. You get the stains out, and look, you'll see the stains just disappearing. Look at that. The stains are just disappearing. And now I'm going to, again, wet my soap. And I'm just going to take the heavily soiled areas and I'm just going to scrub it onto the soap. And I usually do one side at a time because I do find that when I am cleaning my brushes, I like to make sure that if the soiled area, wherever the soiled area is, I'll work from behind the soiling so that I'm not just pushing the color into the sponge. So if the soiled area is at the bottom of the sponge, I will work from the top down so that the product is being pushed out and not further into the sponge. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so for the most part, this is nice and clean. You see that? It's nice and clean, but there is still some soap in it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into the vinegar. And I'm just squeezing it like that. You see that? And now I'm just going to, again, I'm going to just rub it onto the soap. And this again is for the smell. And you can definitely use some kind of a spray. I will usually get some kind of a spray to spray all over my brushes after I'm done, just to make sure they don't smell. I like for my brushes to smell good. I don't have my spray in here, so I can't do it. And if I go outside of this door, my boys are going to have a million questions for me and I won't be able to finish this video. So now I'm just squeezing it out in the towel. And voila, look at that. Look how clean it is. See, no stains at all. Now, I will tell you something that happened to me when I started using this process of using the vinegar to clean my brushes. When I started, I went to clean one of my sponges and I noticed that it was, there was like a lot of heavy, like oils coming out, and it kind of gunked up on the outside, and it was so gross. But then I just kept cleaning it and re-rinsing it with the vinegar, and it all came out. And since then, I guess the vinegar broke up whatever was inside of the sponge that was not getting properly cleaned. And since then, I've had no problems. Oh, this smells so good. This is my first time buying the oatmeal verbena soap, and this really smells good. It's a nice light smell. It's not strong, but it smells really good. So look at that. I'm so excited because, you know, some of these sponges get to cost a lot of money. But this is a nice way to keep them nice and clean without any stains at all. Just put again, the key is just putting the oil on first. And I use coconut oil again, but you can use any kind of oil that you'd like to use. The coconut oil from the Dollar Tree seems to be really good. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope that it was helpful for you. And if you have any more requests, please leave them below and I will get to them as soon as possible. And if you did like this video and it's been going to be useful for you, I would love it if you were to give me a thumbs up. And I will see you again very soon. Bye, guys.